I said I was never going to show myself a picture of myself. I can be found out, obviously, on the internet, who I am, what I look like. But I'm showing you this for a reference because I don't look like this now. I'm not nearly so robust. And there's the glow in my face is gone. And that's because this girl of 42 at the time is dancing a Russian dance in Kronstadt, a seaport near St. Petersburg, Russia, because she knows that behind her is an American man who has absolutely fallen all over her. Has raised her standard of living from subsistence to, oh, she likes that new espresso coffee maker in the morning before she goes to work. Which gold watch will she put on her wrist this morning for work? You should see the size of that engagement ring I bought her. As I mentioned before, she's in the hospital now with pneumonia. And I know it's because she worries. Like my grandmother. She kind of reminds me, that doesn't get too ooey gooey, But I always loved my grandmother, my father's mother, Anna. Oh, I had that little girl wrapped around my finger. And this young lady, this Russian girl, is very similar to my grandmother, Anna, whom I love dearly. How could you not? When you knew you had the inside track, you were the most favored nation, all right? You were the most favored grandchild. We all know it. Kevin, you know it. Jeffrey, Danielle, Stanley, you know I was the favorite. Let's just get it out there and get it over with. Well, that was a side shot, but it was worth it because I was talking about how wonderful I am and how I get special vehicle treatment from God Daddy. I ain't no crib notes on this. I don't look anything like that picture anymore. I dropped 20, 25 pounds. I struggle to eat food now. I have to force myself to eat most of the time. People that know me, they go, and you're using aromatherapy? I'm like, every day. I remember when they first, here comes the drug addict out in me. When they first, oh, it's nothing like you used to smoke. It's farmers. Fuck you. I'll sit here and smoke an ounce of this shit right now. You don't know what taking drugs is. Pot's nothing. It saved my ass, though. Whew. My blood pressure. Gateway drug. Spoken by people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The learned, the textbook types. Well, they're not us. Pot is an amusement, nothing more. By itself. She danced like a schoolgirl. Now her son is just off picture there. I think he's in front of her, standing up on the monument. Who is that? It's not Peter. Who is that? Doesn't matter. They got a lot of statues. And that boy's the apple of her eye. And I'll reiterate. She's been married twice. Bore both men a son, and they both left her for a younger woman. Now, if I showed you a picture of this girl, you'd be like, what the is wrong with these men? But of course, if I did that, I would lose my male anatomy from across the ocean. I can promise you that. She's a very personable person. This girl ain't hard to look at. Oh my goodness. And when she laid out on my bed with only panties on her tummy, looking at her phone, she wouldn't let me take that picture. I begged her to let me take that picture. She wouldn't let me take it. Oh my goodness. I don't look anything like that picture anymore after 3 years. And she's no longer the schoolgirl. She no longer dances. Ученица. Ученица. And now, Mashutka serves no purpose. Because Mashutka cannot take from a relationship without being able to give equally. And I believe now I've run out of those possible matches. And so after this emotional struggle that I've been dealing with inside this conflict for the last couple of months between the flesh and the soul, I've come to a conclusion. That's a John word for conclusion. You may use it. I've come to the conclusion that it is best for me to hide myself away until and unless the Lord calls me out into the world to do his work again. I'm always eager to do that, to be about my Father's work. If I feel that he is leading me or calling me, there is no stopping me. I promise you that. And so now I sit here in my kitchen. I have all of the amenities of life, all of the niceties. And I have no purpose.